Today, today is yet again a deep dive into what's going on to remind you what to tell people as you go out being a missionary, not just somebody who takes the news and sits back and just takes this. You have to be one of the many missionaries and apostles and acolytes who go out into the world to spread the holy word of truth. And that's what you're here. It's what we are here for today. And I thank you, my friends. Thank you so much for being a part of this. And thank you so much for spending your time. Let me tell you something. If you will indulge me, the American people do not understand what is happening right now regarding Doge and the latest can of worms, USAID or US aid, depending upon where you're from. This is bigger than anything you can imagine. Listen up. This is what funds the deep state. This is what funds this operational, this cancer that is going on. This is what is responsible for the impeachment efforts, for maintaining this juggernaut called the radical left and their proxy types. The American people don't understand that their money, their hard-earned tax dollars have been going to organizations for years without any oversight. We knew about for the longest time. We were talking about Samantha Power and Cass Sunstein. We were talking about this Alex Jones, what fueled his lawsuits. It was this endless fountain, this gold mine of anything you needed to help push this. And the latest is what is happening right now regarding Doge. And have you heard this story about, pardon my French, big balls? Have you heard this? Who has heard this, ladies and gentlemen? Have you heard it? We are using people in the private sector, the way Eisenhower and the Allies recruited folks from walks of life to pursue the efforts of Bletchley Park to crush Enigma, to break the code. We have been using people and private citizens and experts from the longest time. Ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you the latest controversy. And if you do not laugh at this, if you do not laugh at what you are seeing right now, you have no sense of humor. Listen to these very, very stodgy people describe Mr. Big Balls.
So this is a 19-year-old high school graduate who has used the unfortunate nickname Big Balls online. So that would be one way that we could refer to him. He is now working at Musk's behest inside Doge. And we looked into his background. And so we found, several notable things, Aaron, one of which is that this individual has founded multiple companies, including one with another unfortunate name, Tesla.Sexy LLC, which he established in 2021. He would have been around 16 years old. Now, this LLC controls dozens of web domains.
So, Kara, you hear this, and you have known Elon Musk for years. So now you look at these young men who are now in data and in the private information about maybe hundreds of millions of American citizens as young as 19, the big balls here that Katie's talking about. Most of them are in their early 20s. There's an exception I'm going to get to in a minute. I'm curious, though, Kara, how well does even Musk know these young men, do you think?
I have no idea. I think there's no vetting whatsoever, as you can see, that's taking place. It took Katie and the really great team. Wired has done an astonishing job here. I could make a joke that's probably why he was hired for all this ridiculous nonsense and other nefarious things. But, there's an expression in technology that's it's a feature, not a bug.
Ladies and gentlemen, if only they cared enough about where the monies were going, what USAID was doing, that would matter. Sit back, my friends, ladies, gentlemen, patriots, and friends alike. This could be one of the most important shows we have ever done. But first, this incredibly critical word about food. My friend, disaster doesn't knock. It kicks the door down when you least expect it. And when it hits the fan, and trust me, it will, food is the first thing to disappear. Now, the question is this: will you be prepared, or will you be scrambling like everybody else? Okay? Now, think about what I'm saying. This is no exaggeration. I'm here to help. I'm here to give you the honest truth. No one's coming to save you. No one's going to help you. No one's going to be there. The shelves at your local store are going to be emptied within hours. And trucks that should be delivering food will be stuck miles away. You'll be left standing in endless lines, hoping for scraps. But there's something you can do right now. There's a way to stop this nightmare before it stops. Head to preparedwithlionel.com. You heard me, preparedwithlionel.com, and take advantage of the special monthly offer from My Patriot Supply. Now you can get $50 off the legendary 4-week emergency food kit when you order today. Listen, I can't be any more serious than this. Why My Patriot Supply? Simple. It's a household name for a reason. Millions of families trust them because their kits aren't just about survival. They're about thriving when others are barely holding on. This kit provides over 2,000 calories a day and 12 essential vitamins and minerals. That's the fuel that you're going to need when your body and mind are under incredible pressure. You get meals that taste great, are American made, and last up to 25 years in storage. These aren't bland bunker meals. They're designed to keep you strong and focused when it matters most. But here's the deal, my friend. And listen carefully. Emergencies don't wait, and neither should you. Prepare today or pay tomorrow. Go to preparedwithlionel.com now and claim your $50 discount and 6 free bonuses right now before this limited time offer vanishes. I can't emphasize this enough, okay? Because when the world goes dark, preparation is the only light you can count on. It is impossible for me to put into words, to explicate, to expatiate, to describe, to limn, to in any way give you a really serious overview of what's happening. Pilgrim says the deep state has no verisimilitude left. Indeed, and an interesting use of the word. Thank you for that. What we are seeing right now is a couple of things. Stuart, our good friend Stuart Bennett, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, Stuart. Now listen to me very carefully. You know that we're freaks. All of us are freaks. We are people who are conspiracists. We are people who are crazy, tinfoil hat loons. We are whatever it is. I don't know. And we have been saying, and I have been saying, and you have been saying, and I specifically have been talking about Samantha's power and how her whole thing initially was torture and UN, and how the globalists have been a problem. And some of the best work we've ever heard is from Alex Jones. I cannot speak enough about him. I cannot tell you. He is at the top of his game. He is so much better. He looks healthier. He's calmer. He seems internally and spiritually at rest. Let me just put it that way. But we've been talking about globalists for the longest time. And one of the things is that we're wondering, well, who funds these people? Now, a couple of things you must understand. We use sometimes the term interchangeably, 2 terms, deep state and shadow government. I've used shadow government from the beginning. What's the difference? The distinction between the two is very interesting. Between deep state and shadow government lies in their, Pilgrim, their ontological underpinnings and their epistemic dimensions within political discourse and concourse. The deep state refers to this weird interconnected warren and labyrinth, this network of entrenched and connected bureaucratic entities. Think DC, think the government apparatuses, institutional actors, these folks. This is the deep state. Intelligence apparatuses and actors whose job is to kind of perpetuate, influence, and they work irrespective of electoral mandates. Who's in? They're just there. They're the permanent ruling class. think stay-behinds, the stay-behinds, like in Gladio, like after World War II. They're, if you will, proponents of statecraft. Shadow government is something more different. This carries a more conspiratorial connotation because there are conspiracies certainly here. It deals with the existence of a clandestine group, this network of elite power brokers. This is above them. Unaccountable to you, unaccountable to the polity, unaccountable to the voters, to anybody, who orchestrate, kind of move the gears, geopolitical maneuverings from behind a kind of a wall, a veneer, kind of a Potemkin village of democratic governance and the like. Now, while the deep state thrives through inertia, institutional permanence, think all of those people leaving, getting buyouts. The shadow government is a different story. This is like a surreptitious, quiet, cabal-like group that feeds it. The World Economic Forum would probably be more deep state. So those are the difference. Would be more shadow government. Kind of background, the thinkers, those people who are extremely devilish and the like. Raul says the deep state is like a cordyceps. It's interesting. Let's look this up. Cordyceps. Cordyceps is interesting. It is a fungus that includes over 260. Interesting. Yes. That would be more like deep state. I think you're right. That's an excellent analog, if you will. Pilgrim says, move the entire FBI to Omaha. You're welcome. They've been talking about this for a long, long time, my friends. And not just Omaha, not just the FBI. That may be a little bit of a problem. But, for example, Department of Energy, if there is such a thing after 6 more weeks, maybe it should be in Oklahoma or Texas or someplace other than that. Now, let us proceed with this. What is happening right now is bigger than anything. And I want you really to understand this for purposes of your friends. Make sure they understand this. Get their attention. They don't understand this. You just saw what CNN is doing. They don't want to even get near the fact that what Elon Musk is saying could be correct. Do you hear what I'm saying? It's over for them. And you would think they would say now, people are clamoring for an end to this institutional torpor, this clogged drain. In something so emblematic, a woman who just in November, what was it, 2 months, 2.5 months ago, whatever it is, in November, 4 months, no, 11, 3, 12, about 3 months, she was could be the president of the United States. She showed up at a Lakers game. And you would think somebody would put her in the front, maybe for security reasons, but you think she would be in the front or she would be up in a booth or someplace accorded the attention that she deserves. I'm going to show you something, my friends. I'm going to show you something right now. Listen to me very carefully. Listen to me carefully. This is what happened when she showed up at the LA event. And look at the absolute nonchalance on the part of the people watching. She's going up, finding her seat. Nothing. Nobody. How embarrassing. That says it all, my friend. Let me also tell you right now. It is now 15 days, 2 weeks from tomorrow, that I will be at the cutting room. Ladies and gentlemen, please join your brothers and sisters, like-minded fellow travelers at the cutting room, one of the most beautiful and premier venues in New York City. Join me and Mrs. L and your friends and neighbors. Tickets are available. Information on the discussion section. Please, I ask you, I beseech, I entreat, I importune you to go there as well. Now let's talk about this. What Elon Musk is doing, he is getting some of the greatest, the best, the brightest talent. Yes, 19 years old, 22 years old. Terrific. Do you know how old some people were who helped defeat Nazi Germany in World War II? Some of those folks were 15 years old who lied to join the Marines. Don't give me this. The left and the shadow government are running scared, my friends. Elon Musk and President Trump have formed an unexpected power duo, a dyad that nobody thought would ever be. In fact, they are shaking. They are shaking everything, shaking it up from the foundations and the halls of finance, tech, government, policy, with their incredible, bold, and audacious collaboration. Notice Vivek Ramaswamy, he's gone. He's running for something. He realizes there's only one room. There's only one Elon Musk, and he is loving that. Centered around the explosive rise of Doge or Doge. I like Doge. I do. Like Concierge, Lafarge, MAGA. Let's call the whole thing off. Ladies and gentlemen, my friends, this integration, this union of USAID, this inspection, this unveiling, it is just incredible. The investments, the money that was given, your money. And at the heart of this movement today, apparently, is this 19-year-old, kind of a deep throat, so to speak. Big balls. That's right. Un gran cojone. This 19-year-old computer whiz and prodigy who has become the secret weapon in Musk's empire and a driving force in Doge's global expansion and how it permeates. This is so exciting. With Elon Musk's incredible vision and Trump's business-first policies, we are seeing something right now which is so incredible. We're seeing an alliance that is shaking these folks to the core, unveiling what they've done, where the money has gone. And this is the most important. This is from infrastructure projects to Chelsea Clinton's rumored digital startup, the World Economic Forum think tanks, Politico. It went everywhere. But understand, it went into their pockets the same way Ukrainian money went. This is your money. They took your hard-earned money and they use it against you. The people who formed, where do you think all this money came from to put on the impeachment of President Trump, Crossfire Hurricane, the Steele dossier? Where did all of this come from them? Who was it who put all of the money up to bring to their knees as just a specific kind of a mean-spirited target of Alex Jones? These guys. And what is emerging right now is this new chaos, this unorthodox, illegal, this cabal. And here's the best part. Central, and this is so critical right now, just like Alan Turing broke the Enigma code. These were just people. These weren't military types. These were just freaks, and you would call them nerds then. He was a genius. What the Brits did to him is just unconscionable. But central to this, pivotal to this, incredible, is and the destruction of U.S. aid or AID, is this revolutionary digital ID system. This blockchain, this is backed by Doge. It is so wild. They didn't know this could be done. Elon Musk and others are being able to go through and sift all of the records, see where they're going to come out. They're finding out now that everything is being revealed at levels no one thought possible. This program is being piloted, it states, to create a national network that verifies everything from voter registration, cryptocurrency transactions. That may scare people, but we have to pay attention to what's going on. People who are fans call this freedom-based security upgrade. Others are saying it as a dangerous expansion of government reach. Really? Do you think law enforcement cracking down? Do you think that when we use law enforcement to go after to protect children, that's governmental overreach? Do you mind that? No. Elon Musk is framing this as a tool or some kind of an instrument for democratizing digital identity. Now, he's also integrating it into Tesla and Twitter, SpaceX. He's allowing everybody to kind of work together by allowing folks to authenticate across multiple platforms. This is critical. The program positions Doge as more than just a meme. It's something that's even bigger. This is huge. Now listen to this. I can't explain how folks have to grasp this, but we're going to do our best. Musk, Trump, and this incredible partnership have steered millions of dollars and exposed some of the weirdest stuff that's been funded. In one instance, $10 million was funneled into a media tech collab. By the way, when I say 10 million, could be 50 million, could be 100 million, who knows? This is the most incredible thing anybody's ever seen. Chelsea Clinton's startup. For the longest time, my friends, let me see if I can explain this. Please tell me. I hope I'm clear in this because it's never been more important. What we are seeing is a revolution the likes of which nobody can understand. You are seeing the deep state, the governmental system, freaking out because all of these people are leaving en masse. Why? What's the reason for that? One of the biggest reasons is because they're taking their pension, pension to an extent, but their union dues away. He is dismantling the deep state by destroying the infrastructure that makes it. That was the lifeblood of this. Everybody has to go. They have to go from town to town, like they did during the 50s when they had the McClellan Committee and the Kefauver Commission, and they took this show from town to town to bring to the people this first understanding of this thing called the mafia or whatever you want to refer to it as. Do you remember this? They went from town to town, and they go after the organized crime in each little hamlet or county. It was the most incredible thing. Also during the Vietnam War, there was the Russell committees and the Sartre commissions and tribunals where they would go around and have these trials where people could go and hear. We have to make people aware of this. And we have to go after a group, my friends, who don't read and don't really want to get into this, but we're going to make it interesting. We need the use and the help of people in the entertainment business. We have to destroy it and shut that down. The heart of what was going on was this money system. Imagine if I, by virtue of endless billions of dollars, CNN, can you help us? Well, I'll help you here. Okay, we'll call them research project, grants. Nobody follows the money. Nobody cared. And the most worthless people ever are the Republicans. John Kennedy. Why all of a sudden does this foghorn leghorn dude, he's jumping in on it. So is Jimmy Jordan and other people. Why weren't you available? Why weren't you around when this was happening? Why are you doing this now? Because Musk, like that, where do you think this came from? He is turning the best and the brightest, and he says, go crazy. Go crazy. Did you see what he did to the head of the Coast Guard? Threw her ass out. It has to be symbolic. It has to be crude. These people don't understand. Do you understand? They have been in the system since before Obama. Obama set this up, ostensibly during his time. If you go after the mechanism, he calls it the swamp. Okay. When you expose, first you expose everything. Let me give you an example. In the old days, you may have known this. Everybody now is into this mafia thing. In the old days, there was a time in this country when nobody knew anything about organized crime. Never knew it. They didn't understand this. And by the way, this is called an analogy. Let me give you this. Lest someone says, is he changing the subject? Yes. This is a tutorial. It's explicative. It explains things. It's like a metaphor. The old days, there was the Al Capone type, the Dillinger type, the bad guys. There was no sense of organization. In the 20s and 30s, at the genius of Lucky Luciano, there was this thing called American organized crime, Cosa Nostra, our thing, our whatever. Mafia was a term that was used in Sicily. We never used that word here, ever. They called it the commission, I think, in Chicago. But the point was, Lucky Luciano said, listen, we have to do this as an army. We have to make sure after they did the Night of the Sicilian Vespers and they got rid of Maranzano and Masseria, they got rid of them. And he said, we're going to have a commission. We're going to have a group of people and we're going to decide beefs. We're not going to kill. We're going to work together. We have territories. Okay. Nobody knew about this. J. Edgar Hoover knew, but he was too busy fighting communists because how is he supposed to explain to the world that there was this thing called the mafia when he was the head of this national police department? He couldn't. So he focused on communism, working with, Red Scare and all that kind of stuff. Not to mention he was a degenerate gambler, and Francesco Castiglia, nobody even knew he was Italian. They thought he was Irish. When he would give him all, he and his girlfriend, Clyde Tolson, would give him all the winning number. Anyway. So what they did was, nobody knew anything about it. Two things happened. Kefauver, McClellan Commission, where people said, really? And they said, and do you know why your rents are going? Because of the costs. Before it really got deep, it was really organized here in New York. The concrete, ironwork, you name it. Okay. Later on, something happened. The second thing was the movie The Godfather. It changed everything. Yeah, they knew this. Joe Valachi pretty much said a lot of this stuff. But The Godfather, for the first time, said, oh. And it was at the beginning of the end. Joe Colombo. All right. Why am I saying this? Why is this important? Unless and until the people get tired of something, when they say, wait a minute, what? When it comes time for you, April 15th is just around the corner. How much are they going to grab as the government puts more and more IRS agents or 1 to 2 under Biden? You're asking yourself, if people need to say, there was a group of people who basically had an unending fountain of money, a circuitry of money that went to this organization. And by the way, USAID is just part of it. The same thing goes for Ukraine and others, but we'll stick with that. And it funded, using your money, these organizations. And they wanted to change. Put it this way. When we came along, what did we have? Well, what did we have? We had Fox News. Well, that's good. We had Alex Jones, got to put an end to that. Got to put an end to that. And they did, boy. They did. Oh my God. They taught him a lesson. Okay? We find out that they were in great part. They wanted to impeach Trump. They had so much money. I could inspire, I could have think tanks, think groups. What if I had teams of ex-prosecutors, the brightest lawyers, the greatest prosecutors, just devoted to going after Trump? They were so sloppy, they could do Crossfire Hurricane, the Steele dossier. I could pay people to make up sordid lies about President Trump, use that as a basis for a probable cause to then go to a FISA court to get a Title One, what am I trying to say? A bug or a wiretap, or whatever you want to call it. It was the sources were endless. It wasn't just the Department of Justice. It was these people. And all these money people on the back end. Remember, why is Joe Biden being paid by UCA or whatever this talent group is? That's how he gets more money in the back end. Remember, it's all connected. You will leave millionaires. Nancy Pelosi. There was a guy one time we had in Tampa years ago. There was a sheriff, or chief of police. His name was Hugh Culberth. And they came in and they said, how much money do you make a year? And they had a blackboard. And you've been a sheriff for this much. And let's say you save this, and you've got how much money? And they exposed this because the local newspapers wouldn't do it. The radio stations wouldn't do it. Why? How could you expect people to do their jobs, even the most intrepid of journalists? They couldn't do it then. The government had to come into that. That's what we're here for. So now we've got Fox News, and Fox News is okay. By the way, Fox News kisses Bibi Netanyahu's ass to the point where it is disgusting. That is a joke. And I'm going to stop right now and tell you one thing. You want to know my theory? Let me tell you this. If you were sitting around with President Trump and you said, President Trump, were you serious about making Gaza some casino, Mara Gaza, some casino Riviera resort? What? You can't do that. You said, well, it's pretty destroyed because of the guy sitting next to you. This is ethnic cleansing. This is genocide. This is whatever you want to call it. You can't possibly be serious about that. Can you? You know what Trump would say? No, it's bullshit. Why? First of all, go back and look at Bibi's not feeling very good. I don't know if his own particular thing has to get prostatitis or some kind of prostatectomy. He had something. I don't know what he had. I don't wish anybody ill, but he doesn't look well. He doesn't have it. They're going to indict his ass so fast. He and that wife. Have you seen his wife? Nah. Oh my God. Oh. And they've got that son in Miami. Anyway, Bibi's hanging on by a thread. They don't know what the hell. They can't stand this guy, but he's hanging in there. Like, I'm working on this. I'm gonna get you the anyway. So what Trump's gonna say, in my opinion, he's gonna say, first of all, did you see Bibi's face? Yeah. He looked at me like, you're gonna what? He goes, yeah, Bibi, I'm owning this. What? I'm owning this. But Bibi says, no. You're over here. You're in the United States. You're I'm the prime minister. Time's up, Biberino. I'm in charge. And that is for all of the Adelsons and the AIPAC and all those folks who, hey, this is great. I'm paying you back. I'm paying you back. Thank you, President Trump. It's all bullshit. I'm not going to do it. Nobody's going to approve it, but I'm saying it. What? I'm saying it. I can say, hey, look, I tried. And you can say, no, we've never had a president as respectful. That's right. I've been with Israel the whole time. And what I'm saying is insanity. I'm not going to send American troops over there to Gaza to fight anybody. This is all bullshit. And Bibi's sitting there like, what? Yeah. So listen, have a nice day. And the Israel lobby says, yes, that's our guy. Yeah. How's he going to do it? I don't know. You think it's bullshit? Maybe. But he's saying something. Joe Biden didn't do that. Tony Blinken didn't do it. Trump's saying that, even though it's impossible. SABC, I'm going to go and I'm going to lock up every drug dealer in Cleveland. I'm going to make sure everybody who does this, a drug dealer and burglar. How am I going to do that? I don't know. But it sounds good. See? This man is so goddamn smart. It's not even funny. Do you hear what I'm saying? I was listening last night. I love him. How about Judge Napolitano? Is he not great or what? Colonel McGregor, none of these people want to have anything to do. I wanted to have him on the show. Can I interview you? Okay. All right. I love the guy. He's got this Brunhilde who's like the gatekeeper. I mean, she just says, I told you he's busy. All right. You know what? So I gave up that. He's like, you know what? You don't need me. And you got everybody else. So why should you? But I would like to ask questions my way. But let me go back to what I'm saying. In 2 weeks, Trump's got the whole world saying, what? Saudi Arabia says he wants what? Oh, yeah, we're going to do that. And Jordan says, I don't want these people. Egypt says, I don't want these people. I don't want these people. I don't know. We'll figure it out. And they're saying, what is he talking about? They're scrambling. I'm like, what the hell is he talking about? This is exactly what's happening. Wait a minute. Excuse me, Mr. President. Yeah, you want to do what? Pepe Escobar, genius, was on with the great Judge Napolitano. Pepe Escobar is just another level. And Fareed Zakaria couldn't carry Pepe's whatever. He's Brazilian. And you know Brazilians. These people, don't mess with these people. So he and Judge Napolitano were just laughing. They're saying, can you believe that? What is he? Can he do that? I don't know. That's what Trump's doing. Trump's go back. Did you hear this? Did you hear what I said? Yeah. And Marco Rubio says, wait a minute, wait, what? Marco Rubio, they don't even, by the way, have you noticed how they don't use Marco Rubio? Marco Rubio's like, yeah. I'm the Secretary of State. You just go out there and because Marco Rubio cares about Cuba and things like, he's a Central American. That's okay. He's just there. Best time ever. You don't want a Henry Kissinger out there. You don't want a Brzezinski. No. Marco Rubio says, oh, okay. Pam Bondi, lightning, pow. They didn't even sign. Did you see Clarence Thomas? Bless his heart. She signed her thing. That was it. Oh, by the way, give me that pen. Yeah, I'm going to sign this. And we're going to get rid of sanctuary cities. And it's like, the ink's not even dry. And we're getting rid of this. I'm getting rid of that. They don't know what's happening. It's like, remember the Tasmanian devil on TV? That's what's happening. We went from Biden and what's her name, numbnuts, with the unburdened by one has. I still don't know what the hell she's talking about. Did you this? Can you imagine? Even if Bill Clinton, they would say, Mr. Clinton, yeah, you can't do this. Mr. Clinton, you can't go to a how do I say this? You can't just show up and be on a. Hang on, look at this. She's walking up. She's not even on the floor. She's walking up to some row. Where's the security? Nobody's even looking at her. Nothing. This was the president-to-be of the United States. She was the vice president. She could have... Look at him, and Doug's behind her. Doug's going to end up in New York with a law firm. They're going to split. Look at this. This is, it's over. Nothing. Nobody clapping. Nobody saying, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome. At a Lakers game? So Elon's over here with big balls. Trump's over here with Israel. Trump's doing this. Oh, transgender, give it this, NCAA. Okay, this. I'll go here, get rid of that. No DEI, and this. And then we're going to, okay, fine, no more of that. And you know he's on the phone with Putin saying, listen, Vlad, it's working out. I got everything under control. I know you would. I told you I would. We have to be like, ooh. Don't you remember? This is professional wrestling. This is Gordon Soley. This is NWA. Dusty Rhodes. Remember this one? Harley race, at the Sportatorium, 253-084 and plenty of free parking. That's what it is. It's this, why you... Zelensky, he doesn't know what the hell he's doing. Don't be surprised. One of the most dangerous positions to be in is a loan shark. Why is that? He's the first one to go. If you've got money out on the street and I owe you money, the best thing for me to do is to make sure that you're not around to concern yourself. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Same thing with Justin Bieber right now. Is in serious. I was on with my good friend Sean Atwood last night. Justin Bieber is looking very serious. Why is that? Because Justin Bieber is worth more dead than alive. His music catalog is worth more. Because he's not playing anymore and he's not looking good. And Britney Spears, well, whatever her thing is, she's not long for this world either. But be very careful. See, there are these, and Zelensky, oh. You know, I'm not saying whom, but somebody would say, okay, but do me a favor. Do you have any control? Yeah, those remote control plans. If this guy were to go kaboom, you also want to tell somebody else who's the next tin horn despotic ruler. Remember Zelensky? Don't think I'm kidding. If I ran the show, you don't want me to be a leader. Remember what I'm telling you. Remember what I'm telling you. Remember, you do not want to meet. I would be at a level you can't imagine. I would have secret police. I would have, for the good. You wouldn't want to know this. I'll take care of this. We'll take care of this. Oh, yeah. No. I would probably break every law, but for a good reason. For you, my friends. I'll do it for you. Let me tell you one thing I would do. When I'm president or whatever it is, I have a number called 422-513, whatever it is. Yeah, hello? Yes. Listen, there's this guy. Who is it? Just a minute. Where are you? I'm in the corner of 48th Street and 9th. Okay. He's out there every day and he's scaring people and he exposes himself. Okay, what's it? Can you send us a picture? Yeah. Is that him? That's him. Okay, thank you. Somebody says, what happened to him? Who? That guy we called. What guy you called? The guy we called your office. Could you say? I don't know. You don't know? Don't know. Oh, yeah, right. See? We don't know what happened. He's not here anymore. Ain't that something? Ain't that something? Let me tell you something. What you are seeing right now, my friend, is still mind-boggling. Do you hear what I'm telling you? It is mind-boggling. Like I've never seen. Now, one thing, too. This. When it comes to comfort, support, and a good night's sleep, my friends, MyPillow has revolutionized the way millions of Americans rest their heads with unmatched quality, cutting-edge design, and a commitment to American-made excellence. MyPillow has become a household name. And now with mypillow.com/Lionel or using the promo code Lionel, you can unlock exclusive discounts and deals that bring comfort and savings right to your doorstep. That's right, my friend. Mike Lindell and the team in MyPillow aren't just selling pillows. They're on a mission to transform the sleep experience with a wide variety of products beyond their signature pillows. Whether you're looking for supportive adjustable pillows, luxurious Giza dream sheets, cozy towel, mattress toppers that cradle your body in comfort, MyPillow offers it all. And with their 60-day money-back guarantee and a 10-year warranty, you can be confident that MyPillow stands behind every product they sell. Now, why MyPillow stands out? Let me tell you, unlike generic pillows you grab off a department store shelf, MyPillow is customizable and engineered to cater to different sleep styles. Whether you're a side sleeper or a back sleeper or a stomach sleeper, their patented interlocking fill technology adjusts to your specific comfort needs, keeping your neck and spine properly aligned throughout the night. No more waking up with that sore neck, no more tossing and turning, just the restful, rejuvenating, and exhilarating sleep that you deserve. And it doesn't stop at pillows. MyPillow's Giza Dream Sheets, made from the finest Egyptian cotton, offer a smooth, breathable, and luxurious feel, turning your bed into a sleep heaven. So right now, my friends, do the right thing. Go to mypillow.com, promo code Lionel. It's easy for me to say, mypillow.com, promo code Lionel, or call 800-645-4965. Simply the best. Trust me. My friends, I want you to read this as well. This is also critical, and I want everybody to understand and to grasp and to really fully understand what I'm about to say. Don't ever think that we can turn our back on these people. Don't ever think that everything's groovy. Don't ever think that everything's fine, because believe me, it is not. Pilgrim said Elon has his Spectrum boys and girls on the case. I don't know if they're Spectrum. And by the way, Pilgrim, if that is indeed the Spectrum, may we all be on the spectrum. That's all I want to say. But I want you to also go to Children's Health Defense. This is the organization that everybody's going crazy about. This is Bobby Kennedy's organization and the like. And there's something which will absolutely, positively destroy. You ready for this? You want to get mad? How about this? Listen to this one. The CDC, you remember this is not Bobby Kennedy, is facing mounting criticism over its latest educational initiative targeting K through 12 students, with critics describing the program as an attempt to groom children for blind compliance with public health mandates under the guise of teaching disease prevention. These folks, the CDC's plan is called Operation Outbreak. Listen to what I'm saying. We've got to make sure that we get to the bottom of this. Even Raul says, I won't be surprised to see Zelensky playing a conga with his you-know-what. Could very well be after he played it with him. Listen to what I'm saying. It is mandatory, absolutely, positively mandatory, that big balls and others are telling you, do not give up. You've got big pharma, big agri. You've got food. I keep talking to you about food safety, food. They want to cause disasters. You've got to be prepared. Don't turn your back. Everything is not perfect. Everything is not, how do I say this? Everything is not free from worry and concern. Do you hear what I'm saying? Nothing, but nothing, and I mean this sincerely, nothing is ever going to be the way it was whenever that time was. We must remain absolutely vigilant, and we have to have scalps. Anthony Fauci cannot remain free. He must be targeted. Chuck Schumer is now being investigated for his threats against Supreme Court justices. We need to show people arrested and charged. They've got to know we mean business. Let me say this again. Who is with me on this? We must say, Mr. President, Mr. Musk, General Bondi, please unleash the ravages, the full faith and force and credit and sweeping power of the United States government against the very people that destroyed us, that compromised us, that hurt and absolutely, positively put us through a period of, I don't even know what the word is. I can't think of I'm still trying to recover from what we went through. It is critical. It is mandatory. Please, Mr. President, sir, we beg you, you have got to see Anthony Fauci behind bars. You must do everything to make sure that that entire DOJ, FBI, CIA is so, it has to almost be, as we say in the business, in the radio business, blown up, where you go into a radio station and you say, get rid of everybody, start from scratch. You can't have some old timer on there, whatever it is. These are the greatest times ever, my friend. I want you to understand this. I want you to feel the excitement. I want you to get that kick in your step again. I want you to feel like, yes, we're making progress. We're winning. Yes. I want you to understand that. Do you hear what I'm saying? Do you hear what I'm saying? Yes. Yes. And I want there to be Republican political controls out there looking for the next bench, the young people, the next big balls, the next folks to be out there. We need to go into schools. We need to contribute to and support the Hillsdale colleges and new bastions and levels and strata of education that indoctrinate, if there is such a term, people with a sense of what's good for America, with what's right. Nothing wrong with that. That's exactly what we're talking about doing. We must do this. It's only been 2 weeks Monday. 2 weeks. It is incredible. So that's the good news, my friends. And to my dear friends, my loyal benefactors, Pilgrim Media, Stuart Bennett, Raul Rodriguez, thank you for your indefatigable, inexorable, unremitting, unrelenting support for this show. Thank you for that. I appreciate it immensely. All right, dear friends, have a glorious day. Have a glorious, glorious day. If you are lucky to have your parents alive, listen to me, and you haven't called them, pick up the phone and call them. Make amends. Do it. You will be one day you will say, he was right. He was right. I know what I'm talking about. All right, my friends, have a great day. I mean that sincerely. Go out, enjoy this day. It's Friday. I have not been this excited since I don't know when. All right, dear friends. Thank you. We will see you later. Make sure you're subscribed to Mrs. L, Lynn's Warriors, Lionel Legal, and Lionel Nation. And don't forget, February 22nd, New York City. I want to see you. We're going to party like it's 1999, a phrase which I don't even know what that means. All right, my friends. Have a great day. See you later. Don't forget, the monkey's dead. The show's over. Sue ya. Dad.